an MC in Europe cannot talk about the things that I talk about because they're not exposed to it. That's what I'm saying is the frame of reference. For instance, I grew up in a Karua, you know, a small town. I could come to the city and talk about things that are happening there, and people would be like, I can't relate, you know, because I grew up in a city, I grew up in Cape Town. It's all about frame of references. That's the only difference. And the thing is, because what we have here in Africa is we have rappers sound like other rappers from America as well, because they were obviously influenced by that. And I think people shouldn't be afraid to tap into their own roots and their own culture, which is that African culture that we have. And that's very unique, because what we find is that elsewhere in the world, like America, you know, they're kind of running out of ideas. So they're looking to Africa. The rest of the world is actually looking to Africa for new ideas.
Okay, so that's good.
Sometimes I may have a song like, okay, I'm writing this for these people, you know. But most of the time, I'm a guy trying to beat myself, so. But it's a story within me, right? And so, if where I'm from is Africa, right? That's already one part. Like, I'm telling you a side of where I come from. I don't have to tell you, you know, it's not about, I hear people sometimes like, you know, yeah, the streets and this and that. Like, I can honestly say I'm not from the streets, you know, but I can tell you that, you know, I come from a single parent, you know, like it's me and my mom. My grandma brought me up most of my life. You see, it's that story, and like I come from a township called Guguletu, and then I can tell you a story that we moved from there, went to live in Claremont and this and that, but I don't have to tell you, you know, it's the streets, and you know, that makes it hardcore, and like I'm all, I don't do that. So when I write, and my perception is just the perception of the world, the continent I'm from, the country I'm from, the place I'm from, the city I'm from, it's all of that. And my experience is within that.
When we started out, we didn't have a lot of knowledge of who we were, you know, and I think hip-hop gave us that sense of identity, introduced us to the books of Steve Biko and Black Consciousness through like Public Enemy and Cam and Malcolm X's autobiography. And so that search for yourself was because of hip-hop back in the day, and also because of the history here in Cape Town of being labeled as colored. So that search for yourself existed way before hip-hop got here. Just hip-hop introduced us to that information.
It's the Bang Bang Brigade from the gang-run streets, where the fault line distinguishes the poor from the rich, and the urban junkies party from the township to the suburbs to the beach, till the bougie locals summon the police. We creative Cape fraternity, hustle for the right to live and play, built the great colossal models in our brain. Fuck a socio-economic ball and chain. I'm not a slave, not a martyr. I'm a maverick, prose, poetic design artist, targeting the global wide market with this live shit that I master, from the head to the pen to the page, then again from the atoms to the mic, as I spray like Montana aerosol. Under pressure I display splendor. Check the style, check the flow, I control, making music for the love, for the dough that enables me to travel to your city and your hood to do a show. Yo, I'm a flagship member of this global underground, man. What? There.
For me, what is unique about African hip-hop is the diversity. You know, as we know, besides us having a lot of countries in this continent, in our country ourselves, we have 9 official languages.
What I really love about hip-hop in Cape Town at the moment is the emergence of Afrikaans rap, you know, and even within Afrikaans rap there's a diversity of style within that as well, because Afrikaans has so many different dialects.
Connect between the YMCs and southerners are action. Rhymes and kilos and matures, easy heavyweight. Rumble in the jungle, because he ran it to a high rate. My only legs, I can't no introduce a slow boat. The rapper will take all of the 18s cover about 21 pros. No, they would hear on the dip. But how you skills spread the words, they get to. illuminate the millennium, sin 10 of them to the end, praise the benevolent, go where you never been, seek what they never seen, don't be impotent when looking in. Who's that maneuvering, pushing in the opposite? Gotta do a lot of work, making you a part of it, starting at the heart of it. I say, never on the hush hush, never on the low low.
My dream for hip hop in Africa is, firstly, that we should be proud of our ancestry. We should be proud where we come from, because we have contributed so much to the world in many respects. You know, we can go on and on about that. Secondly, I would like to see more networking taking place. You know, collaborations with artists from across all sectors, not just hip hop, but music as in a general, you know, form. And my ultimate dream for hip hop is that we continue with this collective consciousness that we have, you know, of making the world a better place.
A lot of people find it difficult to make that connection. So we use the circle as symbolic of the world, and telling kids to like move to the center of the circle as yourself, you know. And it's easy to be on the edge of the circle and act collectively, or like Skinner, or talk bad about someone, or say something. But like once you're in the middle, that's you. Like, how do you present yourself as an individual to the world? You know, in order for you to be you, you need to know you. And like, you're an African. What do you know about Africa? What makes you proud of being an African?